Front Row MMA here at day 2 of the UK MMA Expo. Would you like me to do it like the Front Row MMA here at day fucking 2 of the UK MMA fucking Expo? But I'm going to get the name right this time because I'm not quite sitting on the lap. I'm with the freak show, Colin Fletcher. Colin, you got a fight coming up September time?
Yep.
Yeah, BAMMA 13.
Yes, man.
You know, they're making a lot of noise about you coming back. How does that make you feel? Does it just remind you?
No, not bothered.
No?
Yeah. It's all good, man. It's all good.
You know, you get to compete again in front of the UK fans.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
You know, what can they expect to see out of you? Is it going to be
just me like I used to be? Me having fun, me being me not being trying to get squeezed into a little box. You know what I mean? Just me.
You know, they've handed you, they've handed you a tasty opponent.
Definitely.
You know, and Newman. You know, where do you see him being dangerous? What's his?
Everywhere, you know what I mean. Tim's fucking brilliant on the deck. He's very elusive, stood up. He's good everywhere. You know what I mean. That's exactly what I wanted. I didn't want them to kind of. Everyone kind of mentioned like, oh, we'll get you some good fights and get you some wins and stuff. I don't fucking want wins. You know what I mean? I don't care about wins. I'm not in there to win fights. I'm in there to have fights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've fought people all in my life. You know what I mean? I'm not the kind of person who just wants to be like. Believe it or not, I don't do this for like fame reasons. I don't give a fuck if people like this. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be me, and if people don't like it, don't fucking watch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or you can send us a bullshit. I think you shit on Twitter. I don't care. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean?
I'm taking it you're not losing too much sleep over people like that.
I'm not. But you know what I mean? And to be honest with you, I don't get many of them. I get people who are brilliant with us, you know what I mean, and like are excited about me being a weirdo, because I am a massive weirdo. And but like you see, if people like it, they can watch us. If they don't like it, they don't have to. You know what I mean? I'm not forcing myself on people. I'm just trying to be me, and be the best fighter I can be, and have as much fun as I can have with my life. You know what I mean? It's not rocket science. You know what I mean? I'm in there to hurt somebody and have fun.
You know, I think because you've competed for BAMMA before, they kind of embrace that side of your personality. Is that one of the reasons you're back with them? Yeah,
really. Yeah, they do. They let us express myself. They don't kind of hold on to us at all. Really, I can just kind of be me, which is all a fighter wants to be. Really.
I'm not going to ask you to give it away, but can you assure us that there's going to be another special entrance at BAMMA this time?
Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? How long have I been? I've been pent up for 18 months now. I haven't been allowed to do anything other than a very slight little mask. You know what I mean? Which is kind of tedious for me. And oh, please let us do something. You know what I mean? It keeps me happy, keeps us fighting happy. And I'm going to be allowed to do that now. So,
you said when we spoke a few months back at Made for the Cage, you said that, yeah, I'm sure, wasn't it me and you? I spoke with someone who looked an awful lot like you, perhaps without the red. No, maybe I'm wrong.
Suntan.
It could be the suntan.
It is a suntan. It's warm. It's heat wave, man. What am I supposed to do? I'm an albino. I cannot go in the sun. You know what I mean? And
so this is just the zinc to protect the eyes and stuff?
No, this is...
That's what happens.
I've got no makeup on. This is what happens when it washes off.
Fuck me, I'm glad I haven't been out in the sun for a few days.
I had a long sleeve jacket on yesterday though.
Coming back to BAMMA, you know, a lot of people, BAMMA still doesn't always seem to get the credit it deserves for the cards it puts on and the production values it has. As somebody who's...
It's just the inconsistency of the show, you know what I mean? Sometimes they're very inconsistent with the show, and there'll be like massive gaps between shows and stuff. But, you know what I mean? That's their business to run the way they run it. As long as they're offering me enough money to kind of put shoes on my kids' feet. I'm happy, you know what I mean?
I'll go back to the question.
And obviously my fans can get to see his fight, which was primarily the main reason I decided to fight on BAMMA. It was because I've got a lot of fans, you know what I mean? And I've got a lot of people who are very loyal to me. And if I'd kind of went and fought in Brazil or the States like I'd been offered to, a lot of my UK fans just wouldn't have gotten to see those fights. So
you said last time we spoke, you felt you kind of felt a weight off your shoulder. You feel no pressure now. What do you want over the next sort of, and I'm probably asking the wrong question, but over the next 2 years of your career, where do you want to get to? What do you want to do?
I don't care. I just honestly do not care. I want to have fun fights. I want to have good fights. Like I said before, they made a little bit of a stink, like, oh, Colin wants the belt. I don't want a belt. You know what I mean? I just want to fight people. I want to fight people, have fun. I know I'm good enough to win a lot of fights. You know what I mean? I'm in the gym 3-4 times a day. Contradictory to what some people might believe. That maybe think UK MMA fighters just go in there and fight at a whim, you know what I mean? But we'll put a lot of effort in, you know what I mean? And I think we get the short end of the stick sometimes, you know what I mean? We get carted all over the world to fight people on their doorsteps, and sometimes it doesn't work for us. But for my money, there should be more people fetched over here for us to be fighting and see how it plays out that way.
The UK and BAMMA still have they have a really deep lightweight division.
Yeah.
Are you looking for primarily UK fights, or does the opponent, you bring somebody in, I'll fight them if they want?
Yeah, as long as they're good, you know what I mean? As long as, when I'm offered a fight, I look at it in one simple way. Could this guy beat me? Aye, he could beat me, I'll fight him. If he couldn't, I wouldn't take the fight. And that would be the only time I would ever say no to a fight, is if I thought I should win this easily.
We're here at the UK MMA Expo. You were here yesterday. You were sitting out meeting fans, having photos. You know, how important is that contact for you with the people that support the sport?
It's one of the biggest things. You know what I mean? These people pay money to watch MMA. I mean, it's a spectator sport. That's why I think the massive wrestling side of things getting a bit tedious, you know what I mean, where people are just getting wrestled for 15 minutes and losing fights, you know what I mean. It's a spectator sport. People want to see action, you know what I mean. So that's what I want to give.
If Colin Fletcher ruled the MMA world, what one rule would you change from the rule set or add to the rule set then to ensure that you got fights that you'd want to see as a fan?
Swords.
Hanging above the cage, we'll bring a ladder in too.
Ladders and swords, yeah. The referee, if the referee thinks the fight's boring, he can just join in the fight.
Take a side.
just pick a side. You're wrestling too much, boy. Just start fucking fighting. Mark would be good.
Get Goddard
I'm sure Goddard would be up for that. Definitely.
We'll ask him after he's finished the course.
Ask Mark.
Are you going to put that into your new course on judging the referee?
Tell Mark, when Colin takes over the MMA universe world, he said the rule changes are Mark can get stuck into people if being boring when they're fighting. Maybe over the moon?
I think he'd enjoy it. Yeah. How important is an event like the UK MMA Expo? I mean, it's the first time they've done it.
Yeah, it's massively important. You know what I mean? It's if people want to see MMA get bigger and do well in the UK, they have to support events like this. You know what I mean? And there has to be events like this. Like if an event like this doesn't do well and isn't on next year, people are just going to kind of brush it off, you know what I mean? This kind of stuff has to happen for us to grow as a sport, you know what I mean? Look at it, if this kind of thing was in America, it would be stowed off, you know what I mean, with American guys. And MMA fighters in the UK put just as much time and effort into their training as some of the guys in America, so it would be, it's massive, you know what I mean? It's a big deal.
You know, for some reason, you always take the time to talk to us. God knows why. But and before we let you go, again, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to, or any sponsors you'd like to thank?
Just mostly me wife. You know what I mean? She's me wife and kids. That's what I do this for. I'm absolutely no good at anything else. So. So I'm just blessed that I can do this as a job, you know what I mean, and not have to go and drive a bus around all day long and just be miserable. So I'm a happy man, and they're who make us happy. So
wonderful. Again, Colin Fletcher is going to be BAMMA 13. It's going to be September 14th at the NIA. If you haven't got your ticket yet, check it out. It's going to be a sweet fight. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're a pleasure.